So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Abby and then Rachel here, and I'll let her introduce herself, but we co-run our teams together. We just really have the same heart and approach to leadership and doing things with a faith-based perspective. And we've both been elite coaches and in the top 200 of the company, and both are full-time working moms who have come home. So we have a lot of things that we can just teach and grow you guys, and we also have different strengths. And so we're so excited to have you here. We'll talk tonight kind of about just the things that you need to do to really kick off your business. And I don't know if you are feeling like I did as a new coach, but I remember, and if you're on my team, you'll know this, I remember doing my very first coaching post and posting it legitimately at midnight because I didn't want anyone to see, and I had such sweaty armpits and I wanted to throw up. And it just those kind of nerves. So if you are on my team or you're on Rachel's team or in our downline, then you're looking at us now. This is 4 and 5 years into showing up every day. And we are here to give you the tools of success, to really hear your vision for this business and to use it truly, truly, truly as a platform that can launch things that God is doing in your life. We're not just here to sell Beachbody workouts and Shakeology, although those things are amazing and will change your life. We are here to do so much more and use this as a ministry. So we're excited to teach you guys. I promise you that if you follow what we tell you to do and you actually take very imperfect action, but you just start taking action on it, you will have success. If you don't know me, I'm a mom of 2. I'm sitting on my bathroom floor with my computer propped up on our toilet because that's just the reality of this life, and you don't have to have anything fancy. I retired from my full-time job, which is an assistant director of admissions at a university out here in Oregon, because 4 years into being a mom, I really struggled juggling the whole-time working mom life, and I loved my job. I never wanted to just be a Pinterest mom, but I wanted to be more present with my kids. And so I started this business when my husband was 1, when my son was 1, and my husband was a full-time firefighter and in paramedic school, and I was working full-time. So, and Rachel can share a little bit about her too, but we've always began this juggling it in very, very busy lives. And so we are going to teach you how to honor your family time, how to build this efficiently and effectively. And we are living proof that if we can do this, you can do it too. So Rachel, I'll let you introduce yourself, and then if you found the slideshow.
Yeah, I do have the slides. We're good there. Yes, I am Rachel Mitchell. I have been a coach since late August 2014, and I absolutely love what I do. But I will tell you this, like, I was looking back, you know how like you open up the last picture you posted on Facebook, and if you go the other way, it shows you like the first things you ever posted on Facebook. Well, it just reminded me that I was not a Facebook person. Like, I was not a social media person. Like, I didn't do all the things you see me doing today. And for probably like the first 6-8 months of my business, I got 1 like on my post. Like, I got 2 comments maybe. And it was always like the same person liking my post. So Abby said it, but we started with nothing. Like, we started scared and afraid, no following, no expertise. Like, we legit have the goods for you guys. Like, we really and truly can teach you how to run this business, and it absolutely is 100% up to you to just take the action on the things that we teach you. And I do want to shout out, Suzanne has been a coach for like a month. She's crushing it. Alicia just signed up like hours ago. Janice has been a coach for a couple of weeks. She was a challenger first. So like, I mean, like, you all come with something different, a different story, different fears, different strengths. And I just, like, we believe in you guys, or we honestly at this point would not have signed you up as coaches. Okay. So, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, we want to like help people who really want to help other people. Right. So, I love what I do. I've been a coach for 5.5 years. Our team has been a top team the last 2 years. We were premiered the year before that, but honestly and truly, you guys, like, the numbers are just reflective of the passion and the prayer and the heart that we put into our business. So we are definitely in a people business. If we're not serving people, if we're not taking care of people, if we're not taking care of ourselves, then we don't have a business. And so we just want to help you guys kick it off tonight. We're probably going to give you more information than you ever imagined. But we really and truly have like pared it down like a whole lot. But don't worry, like in our new coach training, we have some really good stuff for you guys this month. We're always trying to make it better. And every week, this call is important. Every week, this call should be a priority. And every week, this call is an opportunity for you to come to talk, to listen, to ask questions, to grow. And this is honestly where Abby and I got better as new coaches on this call. So I'm going to share my screen and let Abby take it. So some of these, it's the same slideshow.
Perfect.
It might have some of my team pictures in it, but it's,
okay.
I mean, there's still a lot of you in it too. So
that's totally fine. So the very first thing that I want to have you guys do, and I'm just going to ask you to type it in the chat bar while we're going through this, is if you can share kind of your deep down vision, like why did you want to become a coach? And I would love, if you can, to dig a little deeper than like, I just want to help people, because we all want to help people. Let's just establish that we're nice people. But I would love to hear why you started, and I will give you an example of mine when I started. When I first started as a coach, I legit creeped on my coach for 3 months without following her, without liking anything of hers, and I'll share more about that later. I'm going to call Lindsay out on here because I know you're in the same boat. Like, you've been a discount coach for years now, I think, and just like followed along with everything. And I'm so excited that you're jumping in. So I want to kind of just ask you guys to share, because one of the first things that it is scary to do as a coach is to start sharing your story and to start sharing your vision. And this is a really safe space to do that. So I'd love for you to type like, what is your vision for this business? Why did you want to start? All of those things. And so for me, I wanted the discount. I was very income motivated, but I would not have ever said when I first started that I wanted to quit my job. I couldn't even say those words. That was too scary for me. It was tucked deep, deep, deep in the back of my head and my heart. But if you would have asked me when I started, it was, I want a discount, and maybe if I could contribute $50 a month. Like, that was legit where I started and began, because I never did social media. So I want you guys to dig deep. And our mission statement, and this is Rachel's, but this is our team's basically too, is to serve women. We are here to serve. We are not here to sell. I do not want salespeople on my team. I want women who are passionate about living out the calling that God's placed in their lives and using this business to point people to Christ. I think that a lot of times people can jump into a company like this and say like, well, it's so focused on body image and health and fitness. And that's like, yeah, that's true. But our body's created to honor the Lord. And if we're not taking care of ourselves first, we can't show up as the type of wife and mom and friend and sister and coworker that we need to be. So it's not selfish. And this is where we start. Let's see, I wanted to get my Shakeology paid for. I realized I actually want to show women that God cares about the choices. Yes. I wanted a discount, but would love to have extra money to work less than my full-time job. Hurting mom, I love, be a helping one. So, so good. Okay, so the very first thing, this is legit. If we were to break down this business, and this was all that you took out of this call, this is what we do. This is your elevator pitch of what you do as a coach. The very first thing is you start working on yourself. And the way to do that in a way, because I bet I've asked for a show of hands, the thing that most everyone's afraid of is being that salesy person. We've all seen that on our news feeds. We've all seen it done terribly. The way that you avoid that is by, first of all, working on yourself and getting to know and love the products, actually using them and finding something that works for you. Rachel and I, you won't see us talk about every single product that Beachbody has, because I don't personally use every single product that Beachbody has. I talk about the things that I love, that I use, that have changed my life and given me sanity and all of that. So that's the very first thing, is to start by committing to your own nutrition, to your own workout. And we're going to talk about that tonight. Getting to know them, sharing about that publicly. And if I look around my house, I mean, I'm like a total frumpy mess right now, quarantine life. But this like sweater, I saw a bunch of girls on Instagram wearing it, and I figured out I could get it on Amazon for like $12. I'm like, that's so cute. I could look around my house and see things that I've been influenced to purchase or to invest in because of people that I respect or follow or admire. And that is just what we are having you do. I don't want you to be out there pushing your shake. I want you to be influencing people because you have influence, and sharing the things that you love, sharing your journey, sharing what works for your nutrition. That is all that it is. It's just being an influencer, for lack of a better word. And then we help them. Once someone is influenced, we help them. We plug them into our challenge groups, our boot camps, our communities. We help them get those results. We serve them in there. And then we help those people. Some of you guys are on this call. You know, you've been challengers and you've had your lives transformed, and we're going to help spread that ripple effect. And you now get to go impact other people, AKA building a team. So it kind of all builds on itself, but it starts just by committing to you. Let's see here, Lindsay, I love being an athlete, wanted to feel strong again. Totally, I know, it's so important. There are a lot of resources. You'll hear more about these. I think just putting these on your radar. Your Coach Online office, if you haven't already, you should have been in there, or you will be soon. We have our team pages, calls like this. As a new coach, it is very easy to get overwhelmed with resources. And I will tell you guys, I started this business 4.5 years ago. Rachel's a year ahead of me. Our coach, we have the same upline coach. She's been the top coach in the company for 4 years. She's amazing. We did not have nearly the amount of resources that you guys do today starting. So you can be successful with less. There's a lot, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I want you to know what there is. The Beachbody Champions page is a phenomenal resource where you get to hear from top coaches sharing best practices. When I was a new coach, I would sit and YouTube and Google things late at night on the couch. I'd literally type in, because I didn't know how to do social media, like how to use Instagram as a Beachbody coach. I legitimately searched that. There's so much training. There's FAQs, and then there's corporate-wide calls. Where we want you to really focus in is know these resources, use them, and really stay plugged into our new coach mentorship. That if you're starting to get overwhelmed with groups and things, just plug into what Rachel and I have for you in this group, and that's where you're going to want to stay for now. Do you want to do this one, Rachel, or do you want me to do it? I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. So we have these things, these 4 beautiful things called the 4 vital behaviors. And honestly, like if you have an hour in your day to do this, if you have 2 hours, I don't care if you have 6 hours, these are the things you should do first. Okay. So obviously be proof that the products work. That's not even part of your hour. You are going to work out and take care of yourself and drink your shake. No matter what, because honestly, I tell people all the time, if God told me tomorrow to stop coaching, like I would still be a part of Beachbody. I love the workouts. The nutrition plan has like taught me so much about what to do to take care of my body. I call it God's way of getting fit. I mean, literally you work out, you burn calories, you put good food into your body. And the shake is just simple. It's simple. It's whole foods. And it's really, really done a lot. I don't have time to get into all that, but like cholesterol, hormones, like all kinds of stuff. It's done amazing things for my body. So, you know, the fact that that is part of my job, like that's part of how I earn an income is insane to me. So that's the first part. The second part is simply sharing your journey. If you are doing the number one, if you're taking care of yourself, if you're getting results, if you feel good about the choices that you're making, then you're honestly naturally going to want to tell other people about it. And again, that's where the integrity part comes in. Like I could never see success in my business if I was sitting here eating like Oreos every night and, you know, like binge eating on like fried chicken every day. Although I want to, like I would love to, that's not going to be good stewardship of my body or my business. And so I do love what we do. I love the process, the systems. I love everything about number one. So I naturally want to share my story and my journey on social media. And when I do this, when I talk about it authentically, whenever I share my transformation, whenever I talk about my superfoods or about my boot camps or the sisterhood or whatever, you know, people are drawn to me through that. But honestly, a big part of social media is just sharing who I am. And I'm not just a Beachbody coach. I'm not just somebody who's doing workouts. I'm not just somebody who's drinking a shake. I am actually Rachel. I am mom. I am wife. I am a teacher. I'm a semi-retired teacher. I am, you know, naturally a binge eater. I'm recovering from, like always recovering from a, you know, eating disorder I had in college. You know, like that's my story. I love history. I love political science. I love all of this election year. I hate the coronavirus, but I love watching the president give his thing every afternoon. You know, that's who I am, and that's who people are going to connect with. And so naturally, we are in a people business. We call ourselves professional friend makers because we truly make friends. Like I can almost guarantee I didn't know you guys. I didn't know Abby 5 years ago. I didn't know anybody on this call 5 years ago, but we connected in a real way over faith, over fitness, over family, over something. And because I am doing everything that I'm inviting people to do with me, I can ask genuinely because it is something that I can say, hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to do it with me? Right? And that's the second part. Personal development is a very important piece. Literally 10 minutes a day. I forgot that this slide said that, and I almost said it myself. 10 minutes a day will change your life. It really and truly will. We suggest that you get a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and we'll show it to you before we get off the call. But get a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and if you read it 10 minutes a day, it's going to make such an impact on your mindset. I didn't know how to be a business owner when I started. I didn't know anything about consistency or showing up or, you know, I thought, you know, oh, if I make a post and everybody joins me, you know, like then I'm going to be a success. But that really wasn't what it was about. It was about doing my workout. It was about drinking my shake. It was about adding 3 followers every day. It was about talking to one new person a day. And just every small activity that I did really helped grow my business big over the long term, right? And help people get results. Obviously, if you're doing it, if you're getting your own results, if you're helping people start the workout, start nutrition plans, drink Shakeology, then you are going to find people who love this, who are going to become loyal customers, and who are going to become coaches. Again, it's a slow go. It doesn't happen overnight, but consistency and compound effect is everything. And so obviously you guys should all already be plugged into a challenge group. I'm pretty sure all my gals are. And you know, like if you're not, reach out to your coach and make sure that you're plugged into one. So you're going to start actually inviting to our challenge groups, and you can run your own from the get-go if you want to. I know that me personally, I waited 2 or 3 months to actually start my own challenge group. And until then, I added people to my coaches, which we definitely can help you do. And so either way, you are in a fit club, you are in a challenge group, and you're going to invite people to do that with you. Abby, you want to take this part? Are you?
Yeah. So this is kind of like taking off of that is you are going to also start sharing that journey. So this is an example of a post that I made, actually I think it was 2 years ago now. I was postpartum with my daughter, and you're going to just start sharing your journey. You do not have to come out and say like, I'm a Beachbody coach, like, blah, and we'll give you some assignments that are your action steps after this. But this would be an example where I just said, I told you guys I'd share the results every step of the way. Here's my week 2 progress photos. And in here, it's not just like, we call these the so what posts. And we're going to talk, I think, next week about social media in depth. We're not just wanting to post like, okay, cool, so what? Lindsay worked out, so what? Alicia worked out, goody for you. We want you to kind of take it that next step deeper. Are you educating, encouraging, inspiring? So in this one, I said, the reason I'm so passionate about helping women with health and fitness is not and never has been about the number on the scale, but internal growth, confidence, energy, and I start sharing my journey. So this is kind of an example. You don't have to take sports bra photos if you're not comfortable with, but I would encourage you to take a couple photos, especially if you're just starting to commit to a program, and start documenting that journey every single week in your Instagram stories, just committing to, again, your own growth. A big question I get from people is when they're interested in coaching is, well, what if I don't have that before and after yet? You know, what if I'm in the middle of my journey? And your messy middle is so much more inspiring than any perfectly wrapped up thing along the edge. People want to see you showing up and fighting off the coronavirus quarantine snacks, right? You choosing, instead of, I don't know what Tiger King is, I keep seeing people post about it, but instead of watching that, nothing wrong with it, like going and getting your 30-minute of working out done and just like making yourself a priority, whether you're a working mom, if you're working, you're probably not outside the home right now, but just fitting it into your life. You're just sharing that process with people. I can't remember what the next slide is. Okay, so your first goal as a new coach, how many of you guys, raise your hand, are you like super motivated? This is not a right or wrong answer, I'm just curious. How many of you are like super motivated by prizes or checking things off lists? No one. Suzanne is, Rachel is. Okay, yeah, I am. I was that girl in college who would do anything for the free sweatshirt, like ice bucket challenge, swimming in the freezing lake. Like I just like, I'm weird. I like that kind of stuff. So the beauty of coaching is that, first of all, there are no requirements. You are your own boss. Rachel and I are not your bosses. You are your boss. And Beachbody does not have any specific requirements. So we have lots of gals who just want the coach discount and they like being a part of our community and they want that 25% off. We have gals on our team who are what I'd call more of like a hobby coach, where you share your, you're getting your own results, and maybe your sister or your mom or your best friend want to plug into a group and you kind of share about that, earn a little bit of income, but you're not actively building a business. And then you have what I would think would be you guys who are on this team who are interested in learning to actually grow this beyond just your own personal growth. So with that said, there are benchmarks. These are not requirements. You're not going to get kicked out of coaching, but these are benchmarks for you that if you say, Abby or Rachel, I want to grow an income and I want to make a difference, these are the things that are very important for you. So the very first one is to help 3 people get started, just like you did, with a program and Shakeology. So right now, most likely that's going to be the 10 rounds challenge pack or a bar blend challenge pack, just committing to their Beachbody on Demand and either or Performance Line or Shakeology, and we can kind of help you process that. You're going to have your first customers most likely be people who already know, like, and trust you, who know you're not insane. Your best friend, your sister, a friend from college, where you can say like, hey, I'm committing to this boxing program, super excited about it. I'm already sore from day one. Would you want to do this with me? I would love some extra accountability. Or, hey, my coach is running a little group. Do you want to do this with me? Like, it doesn't have to be this big thing, but you're just connecting with them and inviting them to join you. And this is for me, and I know for Rachel as well. When I first started, my coach told me, Abby, if you're serious about this business, 3 people a month is always your baseline. And I think that's really helpful to know. This is called Success Club. And this, again, is really your non-negotiable if you're really wanting to grow income. And we'll kind of teach you why it matters later. But there's some really fun perks that come with this as well, aside from just getting a paycheck. Number one, you're helping people. You're just consistently helping new people, and that's super gratifying. I remember the first time a gal, like 2 or 3 months into being a coach, she told me that she was able to wear her wedding ring for the first time since having her daughter 8 months before. And I totally cried. I was like, oh my gosh, I had a part helping you. Like, this is amazing. And as a new coach, we will give you all those resources. So that's just super fun. But aside from that, if you hit Success Club 3 out of your first 6 months as a coach, you're going to earn a free ticket to Summit. That is our huge annual conference. It is phenomenal. I am an introvert and I live in a small town. So for me to say this is the best event ever, it legit is the best event ever. Unfortunately, this year, we found out yesterday it's canceled. And I will be honest, I cried a little bit because of everything that's going on in the world. But next year, you will be there with us. And it is amazing. Rachel and I have got to go to Nashville, to Indianapolis, to New Orleans. Like, it's just so much fun. So that's a big perk. You're also going to earn, again, which got canceled this year, but next year you will earn a free vacation. So if you have seen us post about taking our family on a cruise, next year we're already all registered to go to Mexico. It's an all expenses paid, all-inclusive resort. And I will tell you, like, that was so special to be able to take my little family on that vacation that we honestly couldn't have probably afforded otherwise, and to have my husband look at my son when he was asking why we're going and to say it's mommy's hard work. And again, I was like, oh my gosh, it's just really, really special. So there's so many other fun perks. And then also we get quarterly prizes. Beachbody will just send us stuff in the mail for like doing our job, and it's a really fun feeling. So those are your perks. Those are your goals. Rachel, do you have anything on that?
Well, I do have to say, because everything got canceled like back to back, and I am that rewards kind of person. Like, I love that I can earn a vacation for my family because we could never do that before. I love that I get to hang out with Abby and my team and stuff at Summit. But, it all got canceled. And honestly, like, I just sense God saying, Rachel, like, you do this for more than that. Like, you do this for so much more than that. And I got to share with my team, like, all this stuff got canceled, but I'm not going anywhere because this job is about so much more than that. Like, so much more than that. That's the cherry on top. Like, I'm so thankful for these things, but it's about so much more than that. So I just had to say that.
I will say, working for a company that takes like the health and wellness of their people seriously,
Yes. Yeah, they do.
You will earn all these things.
Yeah. You'll get these things. Okay, so I can pick up here. Is that okay? Do you want to pick up here? So Abby kind of addressed this already, but like your first invite. So obviously you did show up to build a business, right? You showed up to help people get started with Shakeology and workouts, and that's where you earn your income. We always say we live by the truth that we don't earn an income unless we make an impact. But you are here to sell something, and that is totally okay. Okay, that's totally okay. We're going to teach you how to do it in a genuine, like really and truly life-giving way. But you essentially are going to start conversations with people. Your first people will be your family, your friends, hopefully. Now, I will say my family still doesn't really do a lot of what I do. Some drink Shakeology, they love Energize, but like I didn't have a really strong warm market or people who I could just say, hey, will you buy this from me? So I really and truly just started from where I was, like started from scratch. And but typically most coaches have friends, family who will support them. We are going to tell you that you should sign your spouse up if you are serious about a business, that you should sign your spouse up as a coach under you with a challenge pack. That's going to make that person put your spouse in a very lucrative spot long-term for income building. And it's also going to help you get 2 Success Club points. And, for me personally, we would order things through Matt that like just to keep him active, like Energize or a 3-day refresh or beach bars. There's so much like you can try. You can just try new products through your spouse's account if you want to. But your goal before you even like get to those first invites is to really connect with 3 new people a day. And I promise you, we're going to talk about this a lot. But if you're adding followers, if you're growing your market, if you're starting real conversations with people, then it's naturally going to turn into invitations. And so you are not reaching out to people just to make a sale. You're reaching out to really start, especially now, you guys, like people need positivity. They need community. They need honestly to move their bodies and work out, but they need someone to reach out and say, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? Right? And so like Abby and I start conversations every day with new people who are our followers, and we are truly just reaching out and connecting over like momhood or, right now homeschooling. Abby's a homeschooler already, but we just are connecting over things that are happening in our everyday life, and we're starting real friendships with people. Again, I always encourage you to go back to how you connected with us, right? So every day you're going to start new conversations. You're going to be very brief. You're going to be excited. You are going to invite your close family and friends and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like I am working out, eating clean, getting some results, and I'm a part of this awesome community. And I really, really would love if you would do this with me. And you were one of the first people I thought of. Do you want some more details? And then when you're talking to people, as you're talking to new people or maybe already friends and family, you go back and you talk to college friends or high school friends. You aren't going to say, hey, this is a challenge pack, this is what you have to buy. You're going to say, hey, how can I help you? Like, what are your health and fitness goals right now? Like, do you love a certain type of exercise? Do you struggle with food or whatever it is? We ask lots of questions because I personally want people to know that I am more invested in them than I am in the sale, right? And so we're going to walk you through some conversations. We're going to help you handle objections, and we are going to teach you to slow down and have a real conversation with people so that they know you care, right? We do have lots of scripts and things like that in our Google Docs and our team page and this training, but we don't want you just to copy and paste our words. We want to teach you to be confident in using your own words, right? And we also want to be want to teach you how to be confident in the sale, because you guys, like, now if ever, the value of what we have to offer through the workouts, through the challenge pack, through the community is so evident. People are paying like $50 and $60 a month for Peloton and for, gym memberships that they can't use and things like that. And our challenge pack with a year membership to Beachbody On Demand with a full month supply of Shakeology and access to our boot camps is $160. You have a $10 off promo code that you can give people, so that makes it $150. So it's a crazy, crazy, amazing value. All right. So yes, we are going to teach you to how to have a conversation, not to just word vomit on people, and how to stay invested in people for the long term. And you may not, you're going to get, just hear this, hear me. You're going to get a lot of people that say no. You are. I get people to tell me no all day long. All right. I get people to tell me all the time, but there are people that I've established a real relationship with. There are people that know that I care about them. And there are people that honestly, a lot of times come back and say, hey, I want to join your challenge group. It may be a month later, it may be 6 months, it may be 2 years. I've been in this 5 years, and one of my good friends from church just joined my challenge group last month. Okay. So it's about longevity. It's about consistency. It's about being consistent in yourself and building that trust and integrity. And people do join you. But if they don't, we want to help you focus on helping at least 5 new people a month do something. Whether they sign up with a bag of Shakeology or Beachbody On Demand membership or like a 3-day refresh or Energize, you do earn 25% on anything that you sell to customers. So if somebody signs up with our Go-Go Juice, you earn $9.95. That doesn't sound like a lot, but if they love it and they always order it, that is building residual income. Beach bars are a lifesaver for our family. Our boys love them. Quarterly bod, you earn a commission on anything that people order through you as a customer. And we really want you to get your Shakeology paid for. We want you to be earning more than you're spending. That's the goal right away. All right. Abby, you want to take this one?
Yeah, so I'll just keep talking about the goals here. This is one of those things that we are going to talk more in depth on, but I just want to put on your radar, mostly because sometimes we get a total go-getter in here. I'm going to shout out my coach, Adriana, who's hit this like a week into her coaching business this month. This is your first rank. You're going to hear us talk about ranks, and these are basically different mile markers in the Beachbody business that as you grow, you're going to be growing your income. So we're really going to be talking about it. Diamond is really your first big one, but your first step to get there is called Emerald. So right now, you guys are active coaches. Hooray, you're on the ladder. It's exciting. Our first goal is in your first 30 days, we want to get you to here. And the reason for that is this really unlocks the compensation plan. This allows you to get residual income, which is where you're getting paid even if you're not selling something that week. And that has been super, super powerful. I know in both Rachel's business and in my business. And when you're, again, a brand new coach, it's going to be like an extra $14 a week. It's not going to be anything huge, but it truly, truly, truly compounds over time into something that is really incredible. So this is all it is you plus 2. And for most people, I know for me, like Rachel said, I signed up my spouse about 3 weeks into being a coach. Then now, because of where he is, and we'll get into this more, but it is an incredible financial benefit to have him. And then I signed up my very first customer with the coaching discount. And we will help you how to do this. But I know for me, I'd be super grumpy if someone didn't tell me I could save 25% on something. And so that's really all that it is. It's kind of like an affiliate, a VIP customer. So we'll help you do that. But your very first customers, we're going to have you kind of get set up this way. That way they're getting some savings and you're going to hit a really big first goal, get all the shout outs, all of that fun stuff. And so this is kind of a breakdown, again, if you really like kind of our numbers driven. My goal for any new coach that starts is that you guys would truly, 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 if you want to build a business, that you would see the fruit of your income. And so if you are helping 3 new people a month get started, just as a bare minimum, you're going to be averaging close to $800 between now and June. truly. And that's, I mean, I know for my family, when I got started, that would be incredible. This is something that with Beachbody at the beginning, just like anything new, there's a learning curve, right? I know for me, I never did social media ever. I maybe posted.
You come out. You went above.
Yeah, I'll go see it in a minute. Go with that. Sorry. I didn't post on social media. I was working full time. I was a mom. So you have to give yourself grace, guys, as you go through this, that if it feels hard, that's okay. It's going to. And you might feel even at the beginning that you're working a lot of hours for not getting paid a lot. And when we say a lot of hours, let's be honest, it's probably like an hour or two of giving up some Netflix time or something like that. But it might feel like that at first. But I can tell you guys, 4 years in, when we went through, if you followed my story, we went through a miscarriage last year, and I didn't work my business for about a month in terms of like hard work. And I got some of the biggest paychecks I've ever had. And I remember telling my husband, I was like, I feel so guilty. Like, I feel so guilty I'm getting paid this. And he reminded, he's like, Abby, this is the work that you did 3 years ago. Like, this is that paying for fruition. And so I want you guys to keep a long perspective of what this business can become. If you treat it like a 6-figure opportunity, it will become that. So this is kind of just your first little taste. These are some of Rachel and I's social media, and we will talk about this more. But if you look at it, mine doesn't look that pretty right now. I need to hurry up my game. But you're going to see on here, you will not see a single picture of us with our shake. I mean, I have my Energize, which I'm obsessed with, in this cup. But again, it's not like buy my Energize. We talk about our families. We share our transformation. We're accountable to that. We share things that inspire us. We talk about our devotionals. We talk about the things that make us us. Like, just like Rachel was saying, she's a mom. She's a history professor. There's all these other pieces. You know, you might be like Lindsay, an ex-college athlete. Like, there's parts of your story that you love. And so when you become a coach, you do not sign up and become a Beachbody robot. And I really think that the people who do this job poorly, the ones who kind of given everyone a bad name, are the ones who sign up and just that's all they do, and they spam their news feeds with everything. People can buy this stuff from anybody. They can go on Amazon and on eBay and purchase this. When they join you, they are connecting with you, and they have to know your story. Your story is so powerful, you guys. You don't even know the impact that you can make. And so we're very passionate, and we will teach you about sharing all pieces of your life. So today, like I know Rachel and I, we've been doing daily life. Right now, we are very focused on serving people through this whole crazy situation. So my post today was just toddler activities, because that's my season of life, is keeping her entertained. You're going to share your workout clips. You're going to share product use, like I talk about Energize and my Shakeology every day in my stories, but it's not spammy. It's just educational. And because I share about it, it's really easy to sign people up with it when they're interested because they know I use it. Healthy meal prep. Like, I went live today on Instagram stories. My almost 3-year-old was right there with me cooking. It was hilarious. People are always wanting recipes. So just doing a quick little like picture of what were you eating for lunch that day, or what are you, well, I guess you're not packing your kids' lunches right now because they're all home. But you know, what are your healthy snacks? Like, just sharing your daily life. You absolutely will have parts where you are promoting your boot camp. Tonight, I'm going to do a story series about my challenge group that's starting April 6th and talking about that. But the rest of the day has been filled with all sorts of other things, and then things you love, products you love, quotes you love, just, again, enhancing people's life and letting them get to know your personality. Do you love Disney? Do you love music? Like, what is it that you like? And just sharing that. And in your new Coach Google Docs, which if you don't have the link to that, you will soon, we actually have posting plans for you guys with some prompts, and you're going to see that starting next week every day in our little new coach group as well, just to kind of help you get over the hurdle of like, oh gosh, what do I actually say today? Because 4 and 5 years in, it's kind of second nature, but we're going to help you get those training wheels on it first.
Sorry, I'm texting my sister about it's my son's birthday tomorrow. So anyways, she was asking me a question. So yes, I love. We like I said, I scrolled back through my posts from when I was a new coach today, and it was entertaining. Okay.
This is so bad.
So Abby and I both, like, we have that experience to say, don't do this, because we did it. All right. And it was very different. When we became coaches, social media was different. We were told to post like 5 times a day. It was insane. We want to teach you to get the most bang for your buck, honestly. So, as a new coach, you should definitely post once a day. You should definitely get in the habit of telling your story. And honestly, people don't really know much about what you're doing or even about your own consistency in your health and fitness. So that consistency in posting and showing up to add value, to encourage, to give people a call to action, to join a group every now and then, to be present in your stories is very, very powerful. So again, we're going to give you guys, I mean, we got the goods for you this month, honestly. Like, I'm really excited about it. But we want to tell you what not to do. Don't post stock photos. Don't post beach body photos. Don't post like pictures you grab from the internet of something. Like, your photos, your life, your story, your face honestly goes so much farther than the most perfectly curated photo that you grab from someone else. Okay. So it does take time. We both posted this way in the beginning, and now obviously we are much more confident in our words and our picture taking abilities and all these things. But we want you to, one, use your photos always, like always use your photos. Make sure that your lighting is good. And when I say good, I don't mean like you don't have to have like 6 ring lights. We do use ring lights, but I didn't have a ring light until I was like 2 years into my business, I think. Just make sure that you stand in front. If you don't have good lighting in your home, go outside to take pictures. Abby does it in front of her garage door like all the time. Like, make sure you stand in front of a window or something like that. I will tell you a really good trick that I use now is on the weekends, especially on Sundays when we were going to church regularly. We're not now. But like, when I looked halfway decent, like after church, like we would go and take photos. Like, my kid, Henry, my 11-year-old, is the best photographer ever. It's something about his height, I think. But like, he takes the best photos. And so like, I just take a lot of photos on the weekend, and I'll use them, in the future. So the trick here is practice. Like, you are going to practice at your social media. You are going to practice at taking photos. You're going to practice at writing your own words. And we're going to talk about the words and things like that. But honestly, don't wait until you feel like you have it all together. You just have to start. One of my new coaches, Jenny, is doing a great job. Like, she's like, Rachel, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And she is doing it. Like, she's getting really good and consistent. The more you show up, the more people are going to trust you. If you post for 2 days and you go away for a week, people are going to be like, she's not going to stick with this, right? But if you show up every day imperfectly, then you're a lot more trustworthy. And we want to make sure you guys get that point for sure. And, again, just kind of what we've been saying this whole time, just like you don't lose weight overnight, you don't build a business overnight. And the more that you do stick with it, you move forward more than you move backwards. That's really a big key. When we say you have to track to see success, you guys all have access to our business activity tracker. We're going to talk to you about how to use that. And we want you just to become, we always say this a lot, an imperfect tracker is better than nothing at all. So maybe some days you don't check all the boxes on your tracker. Some days maybe you post and you do stories and you follow up, but you didn't get around to connecting and adding followers. That's okay for a day or two, honestly. That's okay. But you just don't want to make it a habit. So success happens slowly. It comes from really being aware of what you're doing. And honestly, the more you stop, the farther away you get from getting forward. The more you do, even if you're scared, the more that you see success. All right. And please, 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 we don't ever want you to compare. This is such an individualized business. Your message, your story, your mission, your focus is so different. Like, I look at who's on this call tonight and I can see so many different things about all of you. And it's supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to look like Abby. I'm not supposed to look like Abby or Suzanne. Like, we all have great, powerful stories that God has given us to use. And I use this verse a lot. Like, I keep it in front of me. It's 1 Corinthians 12:6. And it says, and there are different activities, but the same God produces each gift in each person. You're supposed to be different. Don't compare to somebody else. The next thing is So Abby talked about Success Club already. This is if you are a business building coach, this is your most basic goal. Like at the start of every new month, this is my number one goal. Even before like helping my coaches get there, like this is my goal, because if I don't do it, I can't help other people do it. And Success Club is just helping 3 people get started with a challenge pack and join our challenge group. Now, obviously, there are other ways to earn Success Club points, and these are great, like beach bars, performance line, the focused energy. But honestly, if I want to help someone make long-term changes in their health, they need access to our workouts, and they need to start using Shakeology because it's just the bomb. And so that's my goal. You're going to help 3 people every month get started with a challenge pack. Whether as a coach or a customer, it doesn't matter. And that is how you achieve Success Club. And we're going to help you figure out how to do that. We're going to help you figure out how to have conversations, get them signed up, that type of thing. But just keep that in the back of your brain. All right. 3 people every month. And you will find those people as you grow and do the things that we're encouraging you to do. Abby, you want to take this one?
Yeah, so if you just signed up as a new coach, and I know not all of you, I know some of you maybe have been a coach for a while, but if you just signed up, you will have $10 off promo codes. They are good for 30 days from the date that you signed up. And so this is a really great tool that Beachbody actually just started implementing a few months ago. It wasn't around when I first started, and I honestly am a little jealous, but this is a really great way to just kind of take some of that like, oh, I'm selling something, because you have a discount for people. So if I were to use them right now, I would be signing up my spouse with that $10 off. Like we've talked about, getting my first 2 Success Club points, getting him set up in a really lucrative spot in my business, and saving those $10, getting started with like a 2B mindset or ultimate portion fix challenge pack or 3-day refresh or something like that. If you're curious of how to sign your spouse up, talk to us, because we'll get into this more later. Ask your best friend or your girlfriend, and say like, hey, I actually have a couple discount codes. Can I give you one? You want to do this with me? Or share publicly, like, I'm so excited to do this, and I'm actually looking for 3 gals to jump in and commit to this boxing program with me, or 80-day obsession, or whatever it is that you're going to be doing. You can talk about that and just say that. People love discounts. They really, really do. And so I think sometimes, and I come from a sales background, so I know it's easier for me, but sales is not a dirty word. And everybody from doctors to nurses to teachers get paid for what they do. And so we're going to teach you how to do this in a way that's authentic and does not feel spammy and icky. But I don't want you guys to shy away from the fact that you can get paid, or to ever feel bad for that, because you shouldn't. So this is just a fun little perk that you get as a new coach. So what now? So your next steps. The very first thing I want you to do is print some trackers, and we will show you those after this of what that means. I want you to commit to your program, and I'd love for you guys to just type below which workout you either are doing right now or are committing to start, just so we kind of see where you're at. For me right now, and I know Rachel's doing 80-day obsession, I am committing to halfway through week 2 of 10 rounds. So it doesn't matter which, but just start 21-day fix. That's a great one to start out with as a new coach. Order The Slight Edge, like Rachel said. It's the best book to start with as a new coach. And then just start sharing your journey. Do not make the mistake, guys. And I know it's easy to do, of waiting until you're done with training, okay? This training is meant to build on itself, and it will not make sense if you are not taking daily action. So just start. Even if you're posting at midnight and go cry to your husband about how scared you are, just post something. Just share like, hey, you're gonna see me committing, like sharing some more fitness and nutrition stuff on this account. I'm really excited to start sharing this journey with you. That's all you have to say. It doesn't have to be, I'm announcing myself as a coach and I'm recruiting you. It can literally just be like, hey, you're going to start seeing me show up a little bit more here, and I'm really excited to start sharing some things that are working for me. So just start. And that's what we mean by make your coach announcement. So your assignment is to do that between now and Sunday. We would like you to make your coach announcement and share it in our little new coach training group. If you want to have some feedback on it before you post, feel free to post it in there. And Rachel and I can give you some pointers on it if you feel like you need that. And then we are going to get our group started. So we are kicking off our challenge group. April 6th is our prep week. So that's where you're going to kind of be as you talk to people. You can invite them to the groups that we are already running. Rachel and I are both running our own, so you'll be able to kind of connect with those. And then they can ignore the Beachbody stuff, the champions page, right? Because we're not going to do that. Yeah. So you're going to see then on Monday a daily post in our little new coach mentorship group. So your assignments right now are to finish the form, if you haven't already, that we sent you, kind of your new coach kickstart form, to make your social media post. If you want to get bonus points, you can go into your coach online office and start looking at that training tab in there. We're going to be referencing it a lot, but if you're like me and kind of someone who likes to just run on your own, you can definitely do that. And then the expectations is that you just show up, that we will meet you halfway. If you want to walk, we will walk with you. We are not going to force you. We are not going to hunt you down. This is your business. And Rachel and I are runners. We always have been, but we are here to meet you where you are at. And wherever you show up is where we will kind of be there for you. We are not going to track you down. If we don't see you post, we might check in on you, but it's your job. And so let us know where you're at. Check in with us and be willing to fail forward, guys, because that is how you learn. I can't tell you how many horrible posts I had at the beginning where you saw one of them where nobody liked it, and I was nervous, and how many times I word vomited on people. Like, it's a learning curve, and we are here to help you do that. So what was it, Rachel? Let's see. I'm going to scroll through here.
Oh yeah, they were talking about their workout programs, but I wanted to share with you, this is the book, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Yeah, amazing book. And when we say personal development, let me say this. I'm a Jesus girl. My Bible comes first. He is my everything. And while I will say Jesus doesn't teach you how to run a business, I don't mean it that way. Joseph, was an amazing businessman, seriously. But this taught me how to become a business builder. All right. So I say that because in the beginning, my coach was like, read personal development. And I was like, oh, I'm reading my Bible. And I didn't read it for 3 months. And then I started to notice yes, I know where I am and who I am in Christ, but I don't know how to build a business. Right? So this book is amazing, amazing. And honestly, truly, any good business owner, there are a lot of even though if they're not spiritual or religious, there are a lot of things. If you have a successful business, you have to have integrity. You have to have, action. You have to have willpower. You have to have self-control, all those things that God teaches us. But this fueled my fire. It gave me content for my posts. It helped me show up on those days that I thought, it won't matter if I just skip today. Right. So make sure you get that book. Plug into our training. We will definitely starting Sunday, what we're going to do in our training for you guys is kind of give you a roadmap for your week. And then every single day, Abby or myself. So look for our posts. Don't just look for my posts. If you're my coach, don't just look for Abby's. Your part of your job is to check into your training every day. All right. And so we're going to legit give you a complete roadmap to how to build your business. And here's the thing, you guys are coming in as coaches at a little bit different time, a little bit different time. So we're going to help you be sensitive to that time, but we also want you to understand that people need what we have to offer without a doubt. And I'm going to share my screen really quickly for Janice, because you asked me about which training it is. This is the training that you should be in. This is our new coach mentorship. Okay. Alicia, you just signed up today. You're not in there yet, but this is what it looks like. New coach mentorship 2020. And so we will post in here, every single day. All right. So we give you tips, we give you tools, we give you examples. It's going to be fun. So don't hesitate to ask us questions. All right. Okay. Anything else, Abby, or does anybody have any questions for us?
Yeah. Do you guys have anything after tonight that you're feeling like you want to puke? You are excited about anything that we can help you before we let you go? I know it's a lot of information, and we are going to break a lot of this down over the next few weeks as well. We'll do a whole call on social media. We'll do a whole thing on having these conversations with people. So this is not we don't want to deluge you, but we did want to just kind of introduce some of these things that are going to come up and give you time to process. So yeah. Is there anything else to be helpful? I think we answered some of the questions in the chat here. Yeah.
All right, you guys. We love you. We believe in you. We're praying for you.
We're so excited. Let me just pray really quick, and then we'll go. God, I just thank you for these women. I thank you in advance for the lives that they are going to impact. I know that this beginning a new journey like this, there can be a lot of nerves, but I also know, Jesus, that your hand is in this. And gosh, if the world needed light before, it needs it now. And I just am so excited. I ask that you would give these women boldness, confidence in the vision that you're laying on their hearts, and the ability to have these amazing conversations and share their stories. In your name, amen.
Amen.
So,
all right, you guys.
we are excited. Let us know if you have questions, but your assignment, just to recap, is to do your first post, just kind of sharing however you feel comfortable. And we have some invite examples. And Rachel might have our new coach folders and stuff, so you have those resources, and reach out to us if you have questions specifically. And check on Sunday for kind of our like daily post ideas. Sound good? Okay.
Bye, guys.